Hi everyone, I am creating this intro video to let you know that throughout just a few videos, some of the audio was out of sync with the video, and halfway through my lips don't match what I'm saying. It starts fine, and then halfway through it gets out of sync and then resolves itself and goes back into sync by the last few minutes. So I just wanted to say I am aware of this. It's my first time recording here. I will be checking the Wi-Fi and seeing if I can possibly do something better on my end. I do know Mercury, my ruling planet, is encroaching. It's retrograde. So I do know that that tends to happen with the glitches that I experience. But there's a lot of detailed information in these forecasts. I still think you can enjoy them and get a lot of information because it didn't happen in all of them, and it didn't happen throughout the entire video. So I'm just giving you a heads up, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi Capricorn, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your December 2016 forecast for the month. I am in my loft and this is my bedroom. I'm actually sitting on my bed. I'm still setting up the residence, and I was a little overzealous in thinking that 3 weeks would be enough time to get everything handled. Although I like to dream big, it's just I didn't get it handled all in that time. So this is my loft, and you can see behind me is a door leading to a rooftop deck. It's raining out. I thought it would be some cool ambience behind me. I'm not used to so much rain, but I love it because it's inspiring. It's making me, this place is brand new. It's clear, it's clean, it's fresh. It's making me extremely intuitive. Some of these forecasts, I'm getting so much information, and I haven't said the way I'm reading, I haven't said some of this stuff before. So the way I'm reading is very inspired. I can actually feel a difference. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. I always use this. Well, not always, but it's my go-to for readings. Cap, this is your month, and happy solar return. We have so many personal planets entering your sign that it really is about Capricorn as we transition out of our year of endings and enter our year of beginnings, 2017, January 1. So let's start with it. On the 2nd of December, we have Mercury entering your sign. And this is the planet of communications and information, speech, and local travel, expression. In your first house, where he'll be conjunct Pluto, where you've had him stationed there for quite a while, this is an intense energy, and this is about how you are communicating with others. But we also have our Mercury retrograde in December, and this will be in your house, in your first house, in your sign. So you have a review unlike no other, and we'll get to that chronologically. I just want to say that you are feeling the need to discern where you are truly headed effective January 1. This whole vibe of New Year's resolutions and things like that, it does really apply to you because I think you're wrapping up old 9-year energy the last 2 weeks of December when we have this retrograde. Mercury is helping you the first 2 weeks to get some bills handled, communications across, interviews done, and then by the 19th, well actually by the 13th, it's time out in that area. So, Mercury in the first house conjunct Pluto. Get your job interviews handled the first week or two. For those of you in that situation, you'll have a lot more success than you will the last 2 weeks. On the 7th of December, Venus enters Aquarius. This is replenishment in the financial sector for you, Capricorn, because Venus, just as much as she is love, she is money. She governs Taurus, where she gets her security, her resources, where she gets that energy from. So when she enters the 2nd house for you, Aquarius, there's harmony and balance to your possession sector. There's a feeling of a smoothing over in confidence and self-value, self-worth, the second house. Venus might actually have you feeling more secure and confident due to that Taurian energy that she gains in your money sector. So things are looking good and stable for Capricorn, and you need that. You are stability. You're a very strong earth sign governing the 10th house on the solar wheel. This is something that really works for you, Venus in your second house for 30 days. So you go into January with her still in that sector. On the 13th, we have our full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini in the 6th house. There is an ending and a culmination to the diet. Yay! No more dieting. I feel like you're finishing something. There's an accomplishment here. You finished a physical routine. You finished a program or some kind of training. And you're getting prepared to stock up on Christmas food and Christmas baked ham and cookies. The full moon in the 6th, oh, okay. One negative to this, because I can't all be roses, even though I like to give a very positive forecast. For those of you with ailing pets, a full moon in the 6th house can see them transition. And this wouldn't be sudden death. This would be older pets, ones that are really sick or trying to, fight for their lives. And my heart goes out to anyone dealing with that. We love our animals, so that could apply to some Capricorns, unfortunately. The first instinct for me reading this was an end to a physical regimen or a diet or a trainer, some kind of practice like that. There will be an illumination here in the 6th house, though. So maybe an end to a type of your scheduling, an end to some kind of daily route or routine could apply. On the 19th, Mars enters Pisces, and this is stimulation and energy in your 3rd house of local travel, of communication, of the vehicle. Stimulation and energy with the connection of your siblings, the 3rd house, with your speech and how you are expressing yourself. But there's a trick here, because Mars is, excuse me, I'm choking on it. Mars is entering the 3rd house, and then Mercury is retrograding that day on the 19th. Mercury naturally governs the 3rd house on the solar wheel. I'm sorry, I don't want to confuse anyone if you're like, what? Mars is entering Pisces, which is your 3rd house. Mercury is retrograde at 15 degrees of Capricorn in your 1st house. So regardless of 3rd house placement, your speech is definitely affected throughout this retrograde, and how you are being understood and how you're communicating, who's hearing you. It's really important to only say what you mean clearly and concisely. Mercury is retrograde at 15 degrees of Capricorn in your 1st house. Through January 8th, at 28 degrees Sagittarius, Mercury goes direct. So the first week of January, but the last week of the retrograde, he visits 2 degrees into Sagittarius, which is the sign right before you, the 12th house. So I think you'll have a little bit of reprieve, but from January 1st through the 8th, you're going to be dreaming a lot. Mercury retrograde in the 12th will stimulate communication through dream REM sleep. I love that the sun is setting behind me. What the hell time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock and the sun is setting. I'm really going to have to get used to this East Coast time and this what's up over here. It's a totally different energy. But it looks pretty behind me. So your retrograde will last from December 19th in your 1st house. Definitely expect delays. And then through the 8th of January, going 2 degrees into Sagittarius, giving you inspiration through dream, revising, reviewing, rewriting, being downloaded. 12th house is channeling, is downloading information. Did it just get brighter in here? I think it did. Receiving information. Information is going to come to Capricorn through dream, through rest. So pay attention to any messages you receive. I'm getting some energy right now in this place, in a good way, not anything creepy. This is a brand new house or loft, so I don't have any old stuff hanging around. It's freshly saged and very clear. So, but I feel the presence of spirit, and as an empath, I just feel it. It's hard to explain, but I've had this since I was a child, so just bear with me. But yes, this is a last minute review, Capricorn, before you enter your year of beginnings, January 1st. So take that time. Allow the process, allow the review. Try to refrain from getting into deep conversations and resolutions and life-changing conversation while Mercury is in the first house, okay? So, and retrograde. Just don't react, absorb, listen, review, observe. Take action after the 8th of January. On the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn. Happy birthday. Happy solar return. He'll be conjunct Mercury in just a few days after that, when Mercury gets back into Capricorn from Sagittarius. And then on the 29th, the new moon at 7 degrees of Capricorn. This is what is up. That's why it's all about you. With Mercury, Pluto, the sun, the moon, all in Cap, you have a fresh start. The new moon on the 29th of December. I'm getting like I'm tearing up because this is so special. It's so silly. I'm so sensitive. To have a new moon in your first house right before New Year's Eve is special going into the year of beginnings. I wouldn't normally say that. Well, it's special regardless, but if this were just, a number 4 year in numerology, it wouldn't be as profound. But you're starting a number 1 year of beginnings with the new moon in your first house. So you're governing. You're governing as a cardinal sign the initiation of 2017. That's a pretty special place to hold. Use it wisely. I just think it's beautiful energy. Capricorn deserves a fresh start. You've had Pluto with you for so long, and it's just a very beautiful time to initiate your goals. And I would write down your goals for 9 bloody years, because this is the kind of energy that could see a manifestation very quickly. Most goals are written for the year, or even lunar cycles, 28 days. I would do short-term goals, long-term goals. I would get everything written out here, because this is your impacted sector and it's governing your sign, the first house. So this is fabulous. On the 26th, I made a little note, an asterisk, to say that this is going to be a very big, profound, game-changing day in the world, I believe. The 26th of December, the day after Christmas, we might be waking up to a really big surprise globally, but I feel like in the States, because Jupiter is... Well, let me just say something. I don't just mean people in the United States are going to feel this. I just mean that it could apply to our political system in the States here. But this big surprise will affect people in their normal lives as well, because Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is in direct opposition to Uranus on that day, which is rare. They're not always across the wheel from each other. And Uranus is surprise, shock, revelation, insight, electricity, and Jupiter is happiness. We might be profoundly relieved on that day, whether it is a personal relief or something massive for all of us. I'll leave it at that. Let's get into the cards for Capricorn and see what comes up. If you'd like to read with me, just go to audreyallison.com and select your desired reading length via PayPal, and I will get back to you. My rates will be increasing slightly due to me not having increased my rates in 5 years, but also there's a slight increase with interest through PayPal and credit cards and all of that. So it's just inflation, baby. That's what's up. It's just going to be a little tiny bit. So if you want to book your readings in December, feel free. They will be increasing in January. Okay, so Capricorn, here are your cards for December. The Five of Wands, the Burning Hand. Creative expression, but some competition around you. Creative energy. The desire to get your hands on something too is what I want to say. Let's see what else comes up. Okay, you know, this card is making a presence. It has everything to do with Uranus on the 26th. This is shock, revelation, electricity, insight. And sometimes it's not always comfortable when it happens. So, although I do think it's going to be an amazing outcome for everyone on a global level somehow, for some reason I just feel like we're going to see something unprecedented that we haven't seen in our government in a long time. Something that might have never been done before is going to be done. The Ace of Coins. But I also feel like this is applying personally. You know, the 26th is going to be a shock for everyone, I think, or a surprise. But this will apply to your personal lives too. This is a new source of health and wealth. The Ace of Coins is a new endeavor, new money. Maybe a new creative endeavor that's coming through. Electric insight is how I would interpret all of these together. Inspiration to get creative, get your hands on something, could be a new source of wealth for you. These ideas, these creative ideas could come like a lightning bolt, just like, zzz, oh my God, I'm going to do this. And then you just download all sorts of progressive information, which is what Uranus does, which is what the Tower is. And the Lady of Fire. You have another card as well, but this is newness. This is new energy. She wants new expression. She wants to dance. She wants to move. She wants to be creative. For those of you with children, it could represent a fire sign, younger girl, younger daughter, Leo, Aries, Sag. Movement is coming up here. I don't mean moving, but movement, moving the physical self. And since your first house, oh, thank you. Your first house is so lit up. That is the body. Get moving. It is about rest and retrograde rest and all of that. But Cap needs physical release with the Lady of Fire, Lady of Wands, Lady of Stabs showing up, whichever you prefer to call it. It's all the same thing. And here's your Capricorn female, Queen of Coins. This is mastering your environment and occupation, Cappies. This is representing you in the reading. And to end on this beautiful queen, high stature of security, there is property behind you. So some of you are actually moving with that Lady of Fire next to the Queen of Coins, catalyst energy for a move. Some of you. Some of you are mastering the environment you're already in. Some of you are working from home in this creative endeavor with the Five of Wands. Some of your shocking insight could say that, hey, by spring, this is the card of March 20, by spring, I'm going to have that that entrepreneurial business up and running. I'm going to make March 20th my deadline, or my activation date. I don't know what that is. My activation date. Oh, March 20th. I think I just said this. Did I say it to you? I don't even know. This loft has me like channeling. March 20th is the day of catalyst, impetus, energy of 2017, because it is the first day on the astrological year in a cardinal sign of Aries in a number 1 year. That is an excellent date to keep in mind to start anything. I'm even going to be starting some stuff around that time. It is spectacular, new, fresh, clean, clear energy right off the gate. And since you have 2 coin cards and 2 fire and then the tower kind of there, it's saying you can earn from creative insight. You can find security doing what you love with a passion. And this tower might just be all you need. Jupiter opposite Uranus is going to be fulfilling for people individually. It might feel uneasy, like, really, can I do this? Can I take a risk? Jupiter is risk. Jupiter loves a gamble and is happy, jovial energy and expansion. He's biggest Santa Claus there is. Jupiter is Santa Claus. And it's on the 26th. Interesting, the day after Christmas. We're all going to be waking up to a bit of a surprise that day. So it's be interesting to see how it applies to you individually. Thank you for joining me, Cap. I'm wishing you the best and a sweet December. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.